So this is another collective reading, and Grandma said, yeah, let's do collective now, dang. Grandma said, shoot, I ain't been around and Fifi been doing nothing, and like she always do. Even when I was growing up, everybody used to make fun of me because I liked to be by myself and didn't want to be associated with a group. And it was like, yeah, that's how she is. And I've been this way since I was a little girl. So however a little girl is, when she growing up, that's how she gonna be. And even my daughter says, shoot, I might go out and party, but I want to be by myself. And I don't want to be with everybody and their mama. And I said, ain't that the truth? I said, we ain't okay a part of nothing, and we like it that way, boo. I said, a lot of people love being quiet. And the 3 of Wands energy, shoot, justice is here, baby. I said, we always take care of ourselves, don't we? And I said, and we do. I said, yeah, mama can't do it fast enough. And I said, unbeknownst to us, and that's our truth. I said, a lot of people is finna go through a major surgery. And when they go through this major surgery, they really going to clear up some things that they never thought that they would clear up before. And that's going to bring balance, boo, the Magician. And that's their truth. 9 of Swords energy is here. So a lot of people is going to have anxiety, stress, and worry. But shoot, we done got through a lot, haven't we? And I said, ain't that the truth? I said, the 5 of Cups energy is here. And me, shoot, you think I care? I don't. A lot of people want the collective high vibrational people to care. But we can't care that much because we got to care for ourselves. Ain't that the truth? I said, this Negro always trying to do nothing moving forward. And they really looking like, oh, why you ain't tell me this? Why you ain't say this? Why we got to say anything? See? And God said, I already know, boo. What up, G? And that nigga said, yeah. So I know you trying to fuck people up and act like this and act like that, and you ain't even know that nigga knew this nigga, and that nigga know this nigga, and that nigga knew this nigga, and that other nigga said, shit, she was feeling me and everything, you know what, and I know that nigga, and I know this nigga, and I know all these niggas and everything, and I gotta tell y'all, you know what, you better watch that bitch back, because you know what, that nigga is fucking up. And I said, ain't that the truth? It's being illuminated, baby. I said, shit, that nigga gotta shut the fuck up, bitch. And I said, we don't give a fuck. No, we don't give a fuck. And I remember years ago when I was a little girl, the time finna run out, but when I was in Henry Horner Projects and they was